Hello everybody, it is Wednesday again, here with Health Interventions for You, where we make some healthy meals once a week live so that you can ask questions of me while I'm on here. You know that I have a focus for, of course, overall health, wellness, hormone balancing, and a way that you can balance your hormones is by actually adding food, good food into your life. And of course get all the, I don't like vegetables, I need snacks, I don't, everybody always tells me what they like and what they don't like, and I try to really work around that. So, last week we did our cookie dough, and I know at least one person tried that cookie dough and loved it. And you don't bake the cookie dough, it's just like a raw cookie dough kind of thing that you eat, but you can find that on YouTube, on Facebook page, wherever the recipe for that. It is not in the book, the Health Interventions and Nutrition book. This recipe that we're making today, however, is in that book, which you can pick up at Amazon if you want. But what we're doing today is I'm kind of going with the season. It's that warm and cozy season again. We think about apples and cinnamon and just all the wonderful fall flavors. So what we're doing is baked pecans. So, I know everybody wants a little extra something sweet and you want something that's a little different. So that's what we're doing, these baked pecans instead of just plain handful of pecans. Pecans are very good because these nuts have a lot of fiber. They have a lot of magnesium in them. So magnesium is really good for your heart health. It's good for your blood pressure. It helps you to sleep. Keeps you from having muscle cramps. So it does all kinds of things inside of your body. So you want to make sure you get nuts. Nuts are very, very nutrient dense, meaning there's a lot of nutrition packed into these little nuts. So when you eat nuts, you don't want to sit and eat the entire massive sitting amount of them. You want to have like a handful of nuts when you have them. That's enough to get your fiber, the magnesium, and those good omega fats that you want that come from nuts. So let's get to the recipe. I hope everybody's doing well, by the way. So this is super simple. Okay, that was the pecans. We used about 1.5 cups of pecans. And then we have cinnamon that you pour on it. Cinnamon is very good for balancing the blood pressure, blood sugar, because it balances your insulin levels. And then speaking of sugar and insulin levels, this is stevia. Stevia is a sweetener that does not have an effect on your insulin levels or on your blood sugar. So you can use that and not have any issues. I'm gonna go ahead and stir that up just a little bit to get it nice and coated. Next thing I'm gonna add is some vanilla. A little more flavor. Stir those up. Sprinkle a little bit of salt on there. I don't measure. I will give you the recipe with the measurements. But like I said, it is in my book also. So when you do this, you see that there's still a little bit of the crumbly there. Well, what we're going to do to make sure that these pecans get nice and coated and that crumbly's all taken up, you're just gonna put a little bit of water in there. It doesn't really take much. It's just to make this more of a coating. Yep, just a little drizzle. I wish you could smell this. I always say this every time we make these, is I wish you could smell this. I wish you could taste this, because your whole house will be filled with this pecan scent. The vanilla and the cinnamon and the pecans all just, All right, so that is all we did. Now we take our pan. There's no need to even spray the pan with a non-stick spray, because there's so much of the oils in here, in the good oils, good omegas, in these pecans, that they're not gonna stick. All right, so we put them all out in a thin layer, and then you bake them at 350 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes, somewhere in that range, and your whole house is going to smell like fall, like cinnamon and vanilla and the pecans. All right, so obviously I'm not gonna make you wait 10 to 12 minutes while I bake these. So here's my ta-da. These are the pecans that we've already made and baked. So you can see how they have their little coating on them, and they are amazing. So you can put these on a salad. I would do make one of my things that I'm really into right now is an arugula salad. So arugula, put these pecans on there, a little bit of feta, Chop up some apples because it's apple season, and then make that balsamic vinaigrette that is in the book. And I think we've done it here on our live also. Sorry, I'm eating, they're so good. And sprinkle that on there, and then you have a really good hearty salad that has lots of fiber. It's got a little sweet to you because it's got the apples in it, it's got the cinnamon pecans in it, and then you've got your feta, which gives you a, that creamy cheese taste. Or you can use the goat cheese. We've talked about the difference in those two cheeses. But then there you've got all your fiber, you've got all your colors, you've got more nutrition, and you've got with the arugula, and put some spinach in there too, so that you get iron, because a lot of women are deficient in iron. So that's why I say mix up the variety, mix up the colors, and add different things, and you don't get bored with it. I can tell you a different salad to make every day of the month that you would not feel like you were eating a salad, being deprived, or having anything that was like boring and yuck. So I do post those. Like I said, this is one of the things that you can do with those salads to give it that nice little sweet taste and go with the fall season. So does anybody have any questions for me today? No? No questions, no comments?
Comments. Lynette Kessner said you could bring her a sample.
And yeah, there was no vegetables involved in this, but did you see all those nutrients that I talked about?
Harold Dean said they tasted these in Bedford over the weekend and they were awesome.
I bet the ones in Bedford were not made with stevia though. But yeah, it's one of those flavors of the season that are so good. And like I said, so many nutrients in them that they're nice to snack on throughout the day. And they're a better option than any kind of candies or sugary products like that. So I hope this was good. Somebody try it. Make sure you let me know what you think about it. And post pictures of your creations, not just if you do this, but if you make it on a salad or something else that you do with them. Let us see. We all like to enjoy and share in this together.
What do you recommend to eat for protein?
Protein, I like. Obviously the nuts are good for protein. You want lean proteins like you can get from salmon. If you eat chicken, meats, obviously the lean cuts of meats are good for protein. Quinoa is one of the things we use for protein on a plant-based here. Also beans, like kidney beans are good. Black beans, all of those have protein in them that are of a plant-based source of protein. And then eggs, you could slice up an egg and put on your salads, or eat a hard-boiled egg and have some pecans and some berries on the side with that also. So that would get you some protein too. All right, guys, we'll wrap up today's. Watch out for whatever we're going to do next week. I kind of like to come up with these on the fly sometimes. Sometimes I have them all planned out, and then other times I go, ooh, no, I feel like pecans today because it's a fall crisp day. So that's what we did. So you guys take care. Have a fantastic day, and we'll talk next week.